6 videos ago, we started with a definition. An AI agent is a language model that chooses actions in a loop, uses tools, and is measured on the task. Since then, we've unpacked each of those 4 words: the modal, the loop, the tools, the memory. Today, we assemble them into a single picture, one diagram you can pin to your monitor and never have to relearn. This is the L1 closer. The picture I'm about to draw is going to reappear in every single one of the next 24 videos, tinted to whichever layer that video zooms into. So, one more pass, 6 videos in 10 minutes. Then we move into the protocol layer. Where we've been. V1 gave the definition and the loop. Perceive, reason, plan, act, observe. V2 explained why an LLM specifically is the substrate, 3 properties: in-context learning, natural language reasoning, and tool call generation. V3 zoomed into the loop mechanics, the react pattern from Yao 2022, interleaved thinking and acting, still the reference architecture. V4 covered tools, function calling, JSON schemas, and why every provider now supports the same shape. V5 covered memory, context, RAG, episodic, semantic, what the agent knows across turns. Now the puzzle for this closer. 5 videos, 5 topics, 5 diagrams. But those aren't 5 separate ideas. They're 5 layers of one thing: the agent stack. Bottom of the stack is closest to the model. Top of the stack is closest to the environment. And a real agent is literally a walk from bottom to top and back every loop iteration. Once you see the stack, every future topic slots into a layer. Long horizon planning? That's a loop problem. Cost? That's a modal problem. RAG? That's a memory problem. And so on. Today's 3 beats. First, the stack. Bottom to top, 1 layer per past video. Second, 1 loop iteration traced through the whole stack. Every layer, once, in order. Third, the L2 preview. What the protocol layer is, why 2024 to 2025 was when it consolidated, and why MCP is on every future thumbnail. Beat 1. Bottom of the stack. The model. Everything else in the agent lives above this layer. In 2026, that means Claude 5, GPT-5, Gemini 3, and a handful of open-weights options like Llama 4 and Qwen. V2 established 3 properties in LLM. Has to be an agent substrate. In-context learning, you can teach it in the prompt. Natural language reasoning, chain of thought works. Tool call generation, it can emit structured actions. Any model missing any one of those 3 is not a viable substrate. Layer 2, the prompt. Model in isolation does nothing. It needs instructions. The system prompt, the user prompt, the tool schemas, the examples. This is the layer we compress most and understand least. An agent's whole personality lives here. We introduced it in V1, we'll deep dive it in L2 V1, above the model, below everything else. Layer 3, the tools. From V4, function calling, JSON schemas. Every model provider now supports the same shape. A JSON schema describes what a tool takes. The model emits a JSON call. Your framework catches the call and runs the tool. This layer is what makes an agent rather than a fancy text generator. Without tools, no acting. Without acting, no agent. Layer 4, memory. From V5. Context window is short-term memory. RAG is retrieval, pulling the right chunks in as needed. Episodic memory logs past runs. Semantic memory is the agent's long-lived knowledge, often a vector store. When people saying that agent remembers me across sessions, this layer is doing that work. When they saying that agent forgot what I told it, this layer failed. Layer 5, the loop, top of the stack. This is the ORCS, Trator, from V1 and V3. Perceive, reason, plan, act, observe. The loop is what makes those other 4 layers into an agent. Without the loop, you just have a model with tools and memory, which is still just a fancy assistant. The loop is what makes it autonomous. This is where long horizon planning lives, where the guardrails live, where the kill switch lives. Every big failure mode we'll cover in L3 is a loop failure. Beat 2. Trace 1 loop iteration through the whole stack. You send a prompt. That lands in layer 2. The prompt plus retrieved memory chunks, layer 4, plus tool schemas, layer 3, all get concatenated and sent to the model, layer 1. Model emits a reasoning trace plus a tool call. The loop, layer 5, catches the call, runs the tool, gets a result. That result becomes new memory. New prompt goes back in. Model again, loop again. That's it. That's an agent. 5 layers, 1 iteration, repeats until done. Beat 3. What's next? Lecture 2, coming up. The protocol layer. 2024 through 2025 was when the ecosystem consolidated on a small set of standards. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, from Anthropic, now supported by every major provider. It's how your tools, resources, and prompts get plugged into any agent without writing custom glue for each provider. Skills, Anthropic's format for shareable agent capabilities, and the mature agent SDKs from Anthropic and OpenAI. Then Lecture 3, Advanced Patterns, Multi-Agent Coordination, Long Horizon Planning, Self-Critique Loops, Cost Optimization, Guardrails. Lecture 4, What Actually Ships, Claude Code, Cursor, Devon, Operator, Deep Research, Enterprise Agents. Named products, real code, actual comparisons. Lecture 5, Evaluation, Alignment, Interpretability, Multimodal, and the resolution of the running puzzle. 24 videos still to come. Where the puzzle stands after 6 videos. Do AI agents actually reason? So far, we've established the shape, language model, loop, tools, memory, prompt. We know the mechanics. We haven't yet touched the meat of the question. That's L5. But here's the honest answer at video 6. The loop looks like reasoning from the outside. What's happening? Inside the loop is autoregressive token generation. Whether that counts is a question we'll defer until we've seen enough evidence. 6 down, 24 to go. 3 takeaways before the quiz. 1. The agent stack has 5 layers, bottom to top. Model, prompt, tools, memory, loop. Every real agent has all 5. Every future topic in this course slots into one of those layers. 2. One loop iteration is one walk through the whole stack. Prompt, memory, and tool schemas go into the model. Model emits reasoning plus tool call. Loop runs the tool. Result becomes new memory. Repeat. 3. L2 is next. The protocol layer, MCP, skills, and the SDKs. That consolidated in 2024 and 2025, from concept to plumbing. Quiz 1. What are the 5 layers of the agent stack, bottom to top? A model, prompt, tools, memory, loop. B. Input, process, output, store, repeat. C. LLM, fine-tune, test, deploy, monitor. Or D. CPU, GPU, RAM, disk, network. A. Model, prompt, tools, memory, loop. That's the whole course spine. Pin it to your monitor. Every video for the rest of the course lives inside one of those 5 layers. Quiz 2. In one loop iteration, where does the tool call originate, and where is it executed? A. Originates in memory, executed in model. B. Originates in model, executed in loop, which calls the actual tool. C. Originates in prompt, executed in prompt. Or D. The user runs the tool themselves. B. The modal emits a structured tool call, a JSON block, usually. The loop layer catches it, runs the actual tool, and puts the result back into memory for the next iteration. Model proposes, loop disposes. That's the split. Quiz 3. What does the loop layer contain that separates an agent from a model plus tools plus memory? A nothing. They're the same. B. The orchestrator plus long horizon control, guardrails, and the kill switch. C. A neural network. Or D. The database. B. The loop is what makes the whole thing autonomous. Without it, you have a very capable assistant. With it, you have a system that can take multiple actions in sequence toward a goal without a human between each step. That's the difference between chatbot and agent. L1 is done. You now have the mental model, the stack. The puzzle stays open. But from here on, we're not asking what an agent is, we're asking how to build one well. That means the plumbing. Next video kicks off L2 with the piece of infrastructure that made the ecosystem finally interoperable, MCP. Next time, L2 opens with prompt engineering that actually works in 2026. Not clever tricks, the 3 patterns that survived contact with production. And then, Video 8, MCP Explained, the standard every AI agent now uses. Hit subscribe.